first down run.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores, and 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
29-yard line.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Mario Davis there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll toss it out to Carson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Carson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Makes the score Seahawks 24.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Lockett. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Livingston. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 3.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
I certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
49-yard line.
On second down now, it's Carson. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints' 25. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Myers' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Throwing on 1st down. Livingston. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Livingston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st down, New Orleans.
Off the play fake. Livingston. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the Seahawks have recovered. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
intercepted by the Saints.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
At the 27-yard line.
To throw on second down, Livingston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts the defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 9.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speech...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
He's tackled at the 30.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The Saints on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Livingston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Kamara off the draw. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Again, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st down, Livingston. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
Livingston.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Livingston. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the Seahawks 20
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To throw on 2nd down, Livingston. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Livingston. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Latavius Murray, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
His kick is
now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the 2nd quarter lead right now. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down. Wilson will throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Intercepted by the...
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Harris has it over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9. Break. Up. 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
41. Saints 7.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 17.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Livingston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Livingston on the check down. He finds Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Bring in the 2nd string.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Seahawks.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Alvin Kamara on the carry.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
By K.J. Wright. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Livingston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Livingston. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
And 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw on second down. Livingston. That one complete to Hill. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
To Josh Hill.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 20.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And quickly they get to the line.
And that's good.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Carson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. He lets it fly for one. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do. But I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL.